What's good, JD fam? Welcome back to another video. If this is your first time ever watching our channel, make sure you press that subscribe button right now.
Today we have a special guest. We have Coco with us in the back, and we're about to do his first mukbang ever.
His first. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. He is hyper right now. He's turned up. If you guys know, once toddlers get up out that car seat in the back and they got all that freedom, he's turned.
He already got into his food. He got some golden chick, and then we also have some acai bowls. Are you excited?
You excited for your first mukbang, bro? Look at the camera.
Acai bowl is his dessert.
Look.
Ooh. What's that?
Yep, you know he's ready for that once he put that chicken down.
Ooh. Wanna try?
Oh, acai bowl.
Chicken?
Chicken or this?
The chicken? Yeah, he wants his chicken. Okay, he's still working on the chicken.
You eat your chicken. You want more of this? You don't know what you want, bro. Oh, he don't even want the fruit. He just wants the ice cream. Well, not ice cream. Acai. More? We do more? More. Good job.
Here's your spoon, Coco.
Oh, big bite.
I got, oh wait, is this, yeah, I got the dragon fruit bowl instead of the acai bowl. And it has coconut, pineapple, mango.
Smacking. If you never had an acai bowl, definitely need to get you one because they're smacking. More. Good job. There you go.
Yummy.
Big bite. Big bite. Big bite, bro.
So in our last video, we opened up to you guys a little bit about Koa and answered like one of our most popular questions that we always get, which is why Koa does not talk yet. And we saw you guys left so many comments, and thank you to all the people who sent us love and were able to relate to us and like appreciated us speaking out because like you felt not alone anymore. That was pretty much our whole goal, and even talking about it. We know you guys have so many more questions based off the comments, so we're just gonna go through and answer some more of the popular questions that we saw over and over in those comments.
Yeah, it was actually pretty crazy to see all the people that like basically said, wow, I don't feel alone anymore, and just, you know, was in a positive mindset after we did that video. It made me feel really good, and it also made me realize, like, you know, this platform that we have is something that we really have to, you know what I'm saying, use and not be afraid to use it. You know what I'm saying?
There's truly so many people going through very similar situations, and it's easy to feel like it's only happening in your family, but that's literally not the case. Like, for example, we went to the park the other day. Was it just yesterday or the day before? Yesterday. And there was a little kid there. He was like looking in like the trees / bushes, and he needed help with something. He had called me over. I was pushing Koa on the swing. So Julius went over there to help him, and just based off of that interaction, we could tell he was like Koa. He was a little bit older, but he was like Koa. His mom came over, and you could tell that like she was trying to explain to us without telling us his exact situation, but she was, you know, trying to like, oh, I think he wants this, you know, but I could tell she probably thought that we wouldn't understand, so she didn't want to like just be forthright and like tell us his situation. But after that, I was like, it's crazy because Koa is literally standing right next to her son, and she doesn't know that we're in the same exact situation at the park, feet away, and like we know exactly what she's feeling.
And we saw a lot of questions in our last video in the comments. If you don't know, we definitely go through the comments. We love to see how people are feeling and, you know what I'm saying, interacting with people through our comments. And one of the big questions, the first question that really stuck out for me was, have we detoxed Koa? Like, have we done a heavy metal detox? And yes, we have done that.
I bought like so many different ones, tried them all. We also have given him like the omega. What is it called? The omega oil, like
the omega oil.
A spoonful every single day.
Yeah, for sure.
We've tried a lot, you guys. In my personal opinion, I don't know, maybe it could have worked for you guys, but in my personal opinion, I didn't really notice much of a difference. So, but to each their own. If that did work for your family, props to you guys. For Koa, it didn't really work. I think in his situation, obviously like the therapies help a lot. I think it's also just gonna come down to time and when he is ready. because we've noticed now he's getting to the point where he is ready, and so the words are just starting to come. As much as we have worked with him over and over and over and wanted him to speak, and you know,
tried all these little remedies,
so many different things.
Yeah, different things, which I'm not saying like they don't work or anything like that. Like, I'm still open to trying different things. Like, for me, I feel like natural remedies and just trying different things will also help, but also just expanding his mind and being outside is also gonna help him. And like Destiny said, he's at that point where he wants to talk, he knows what he wants and stuff. It's just, he's not getting it out fully.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. He has a whole acai mustache.
Yeah, this guy's gonna be wired.
He's literally jumping from one window to one window. He's hilarious. But also, like we were telling you guys in our last video, there's so much that has to come before the talking, and that's what a lot of people don't really understand or know unless you're like in our situation. So now Koa's receptive language, which means like when we talk to him, if he understands what we are telling him, that is like, he's all the way understanding. So his receptive language has improved like tremendously. At first it was like hard to tell if he really knew what we were telling him. Now we know that he knows exactly what we're saying. Yeah,
for sure. Like if you tell him to throw something away, clean it up or something, he'll like know exactly what to do. So I say like a year ago, he did not, like he couldn't follow any of that stuff.
Yeah, like if we were to tell him like go pick up the ball without pointing at it, he wouldn't know.
Yeah, at all. And now, like for instance, sometimes we'll go ride the bike and stuff, and we have horses in our neighborhood. Like he'll point at the horse with me and basically mimic a lot more stuff that we're doing, which is also helping him learn way more. Boy moved up here, he wanted to be in the driver's seat. Where we going, baby?
Vroom, vroom.
Vroom, vroom.
Whoa, did you turn the car on? We also saw a lot of people talking about like their biggest challenges with having a child in a similar situation as Koa. So we wanted to talk to you guys about some of the biggest challenges that we face. So one of the biggest challenges is definitely the meltdowns. So obviously all toddlers have like tantrums or get upset or cry or things like that. But in Koa's situation, since he cannot communicate verbally, he can use gestures and show us in other ways what he wants, but he cannot communicate verbally, so he can get a lot more frustrated. If he's feeling sick, for example, or tired, he can't just come out and tell us like, mommy, like I don't feel good, you know. We have to kind of figure out that he doesn't feel good,
or like read his body and like how he is and stuff like that.
Like one time I didn't even know that he wasn't feeling well because he didn't have like any kind of boogers or like cold symptoms at all, but randomly he just like threw up, and then after that like he started getting all of these other symptoms, and I felt so bad because I was like, oh my gosh, like this, how long has he been feeling sick and I didn't even know it, you know? So things like that could definitely get more meltdown, but we try our best to be patient with him and just, you know, understand and try to figure out the things that he does want. We pretty much know what he wants all the time.
And he's got a lot better within knowing his sign language and stuff like that. Like when he wants more, he'll go more. And the next thing that we both feel is super challenging is when we're in public or when we go grocery shopping or just basically in public, you know, sometimes people want to say hi to Koa or they want to talk to him, they admire his hair or, you know, his outfits or just little things. So they be wanting to talk to him, but they don't know that he can't talk back yet.
It can be a little bit difficult. I feel like it gives us more anxiety just because as parents, we don't know like how much to say. Like just because somebody's saying hi to him, we're not going to be like, you know, telling them all Koa's business and stuff, you know. Like, but they'll be trying to ask him like, oh, what's your name? How old are you? And he just like won't ever say anything back. And then we're just like answering for him. Oh yeah, you're so cool with those on, huh?
You got glasses?
Boo! 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 So going off of that, the biggest challenge out in public or when we go to like other people's houses, for example, who don't necessarily know Koa too well, people don't understand that he has like different needs in terms of like sometimes it can get too overwhelming if there's like a lot of people talking at once. So I would say that's probably like our biggest challenge, just for us as parents, like we get a little bit of anxiety going out in public because we don't know how it's necessarily going to be or if people are going to understand Koa, but we're getting better about it. We've been taking him to a lot more places.
Yeah, no, he used to not know how to kind of interact with other kids, like at the splash pad or at the park, anywhere we used to go. Now he's like super good at interacting with other kids. He'll kind of like play with them a little bit, and yeah, he's making a lot of progress.
And I will say, I think the world is getting a lot more accepting and understanding, and that's another reason why we want to share our experience, because we want you guys to see how great of a kid he is and how much there is to love about him, and you know how special and just great he is. We went to Peppa Pig theme park recently, and they actually had something called a hero pass, which if your child has autism or any kind of disability or anything like that, they get a little pass where they don't have to wait in line and they get to go to the front of the line. So I thought that was so cool.
Honestly, that's fire.
Isn't that?
I think that's super fire.
So probably our biggest question that we get on the daily, even more so than the question about just his talking, is if Koa has autism.
Yes.
And the reason that we have not ever just come out and said Koa has autism is because Koa does not actually have an official diagnosis for autism, but as parents and how much we have worked with him with professionals, it's clear to us he has all of the signs. So he's still getting all of the help that he would if he did have a diagnosis, but we've just never officially gotten him diagnosed because we haven't needed to.
Yeah, like we're really observant parents. We definitely do all our research and everything that we possibly can to make it easier on him and us, and like just us being observant parents, it's kind of like, you know, you can tell, and we still are working on everything that we possibly can, and
he's still getting all the resources that he would if he had a diagnosis. So that's why it hasn't been like for us to go get him diagnosed, because it's not stopping anything.
So to answer everybody's question on whether if Koa has autism or if it's just a speech delay, yes, he does have autism. Obviously, Destiny said we don't know what level. We just like to, you know, do our research and learn and try to get him the best of the best help that he could possibly get. And that's what we're doing. Like, we're super hands-on. We're fully invested on helping him.
Basically, it's just something that like we're already aware of, and he has been evaluated for, you know, other programs and everything, but he just hasn't gone to, there's like a specific place you have to go to get him just the diagnosis itself, and he hasn't done that. Okay, so Koa actually fell asleep in the back. So we're gonna just finish what we were saying. Koa has been evaluated by other professionals, so that's why he was able to even be in like certain programs. When he turned 2, he was in ECI of Texas, which is Early Childhood Intervention, and he was in the Pathways program, and that is for kids who are on the spectrum, and it works with a lot of other things more than just speech. So they teach him like eye contact, skills, joint attention, so much, and that's why he has improved on like all those things, gestures, like things
crazy,
like that.
Though. I don't think you guys understand like his gestures and just motor skills and everything that like in that category has improved like dramatically. Like, he is an athlete. This dude can kick a soccer ball and like shoot a basketball and all that stuff. It's just his speaking. That's just the thing that he can't do. And one thing that we also have saw that has helped him a lot is going to school. This dude went to school for the whole year, and I promise you guys, from the beginning to the end of the year, I know like there's all these other programs and stuff like that. I just feel like personally, going to school definitely helped him a lot more because it made him be in an environment where you kind of have to learn. Like, he's made a dramatic jump from the beginning of the year to now, and like next year, I can't wait to see the crazy jump he's gonna have in
his
school. His
social skills have come a long way. Sure. Like at home, he was kind of used to just like, you know, he didn't really have too many strict rules, whereas school, there's certain strict things. For example, if he's eating breakfast, he has to stay sitting at the table to eat his breakfast. He can't just like get up and run around the cafeteria, you know? So like things like that he has improved a lot on. Even when we go to maybe like family events or parties or whatever, now he's like really good with interacting with everybody, playing with other kids.
So it's definitely been a big jump. I'm telling y'all, it's just a work in progress, and you just have to be patient. You just kind of have to like figure them out and help them the best you can, and that's really all you can do.
Obviously at first it is scary when you like realize realize that he may be different, or he may be behind, or need help in certain areas more than other kids. And especially when you start seeing what other kids are doing and like comparing them, it's like, as a parent, you're like, oh my gosh, like it's easy to think, what am I doing wrong? I know a lot of parents feel that way, because I know for a long time, like it really kept me up at night thinking like, what am I doing wrong? What am I not doing enough of?
Sure.
No matter how hard we tried or how much we tried to help him, like there was just certain things that he wasn't ready to do yet. Little by little, he is making progress. So I'm super hopeful that he's gonna get there and he's gonna have an amazing life. He's, like I said, like such a funny, sweet, loving boy. Like he is literally the most loving person ever. He loves cuddling and giving kisses.
Yeah, he loves, like, honestly, he's just super, super loving. And, like, we just, like I said, we want to help him the best we can. And we're going to continue to keep doing that. And we just want to use our platform to express everything that we're going through, because, like I said, this is not a thing that, you know, you'll hear on a day-to-day basis or you'll see on a day-to-day basis. And we want it to be a comfortable setting for everybody. So we're going to continue to keep being great parents and trying our hardest. So we hope that we could have answered some of your guys' questions. I know there's probably a lot more questions. If you guys have any questions or anything, just comment below, leave us some comments. But other than that, we love you guys so much. Like, for real, like dead ass from the bottom of our hearts. Like, we really love y'all just for accepting our family and like accepting what comes with our family, and you know, accepting our challenges, our journey, and all that stuff, man. Like, it really means a lot to us.
It does. And you guys honestly help us so much with feeling hopeful. Like, hearing some of your guys' stories about your children and how they didn't start talking till a certain age and now they are. It really, really means a lot. And it just makes us feel like we're not alone in this. I love you guys so much. And thank you for being a part of all this with us.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys in our next video. We love you so much.
Peace.